So we are back for an update on my skincare. It's been a week. I did it every single day, so it's good. But 1 week and I gotta add a pimple right here. So, but of course, in a week it hasn't changed. I haven't seen any difference, but it's only been a week. But I have seen my nose for the first couple of days. It did start to get more red. It actually went away like maybe a day ago, but yeah. So this is the week update. We're gonna do the skincare again tonight, and yeah, 1 week down. We have a lot to go because I think we're gonna try to use everything, and like you see, it's only been a week, so it's a lot. So first step, like same thing, the cleansing oil. But in the meantime, I figured since we already know all the steps, and I have learned a little bit of, I was using the pads for every single step, but I washed my hands and I figured that people were telling me that you can use your hands to just rub it in, so be a little bit, I guess, better, I'm not sure if it's better or not, but we're trying it. But yeah, something you guys don't know about me probably is that I used to be a nail salon owner. So I'm thinking to tell you guys something about that. I owned a nail salon for about 6.5 years. It was honestly very stressful. There was a lot to do. It's always trying to get on trend, trying to think about your clients, your customers, try to think about your employees. I mean, it was a lot. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff. There's a lot of bad stuff, but I think a lot of people don't. What they don't understand is that behind the scenes, it was a lot of stress. Now, I obviously said I used to have it because I don't have it anymore. I sold it about 5 months ago after 6.5 years. 6.5 years, I ended up getting 7 awards for the salon. It was a small one. About a little over 1,200 square feet, but it was good. Why did I sell it? Well, I guess all that stress finally caught up to me, and my health started declining. I mean, I don't go to the gym anymore because I was always worried about the business, always thinking they're late, all the excuses you can think of me not going to the gym anymore. But I ended up getting really sick, and it's a choice I made. I had to stop to focus on my health. It got a lot worse. So yeah, I ended up selling it. But let's talk about some of the things that I went through being a nail salon owner. Now, I think the biggest thing was, of course, customers. We tried to do the best customer service we could. We always thought about the customers just because, we were a smaller salon. So we focus on having our repeated customers and try to make sure we do the best we can to make as many of our customers happy. Of course, you can't make everyone happy, but we tried. We really tried. I think the difference with our nail salon and everyone else was because we did care. You know, we were always telling customers if anything happens, come let us know. You know, give us a call. We'll take care of it. I'll personally take care of it. You know, we listen. We try to make it like a family thing. We always talk with our clients. We'll try to remember their names. Try to just try to be more than just you're just a client. Try to make it like a whole family thing every time you come in. We even play movies every single day, all day. We play action, comedy, anything PG-13. We had Netflix, Hulu, Disney, Amazon Prime. You know, we had it all. We just play movies all the time, and customers love it. They always come in and ask us what movie we're watching today or what's the movie called, and people they even stayed. They stayed like after their service are done. They'll stay just to finish the movie. So it was, you know, the hardest thing was to get clients, like making sure everyone was happy, and then secondly, making sure my employees were happy. Because that's another thing too, is customers is what we focus on, but making sure the workers were happy, they were comfortable, making sure they liked the environment, making sure everything was transparent. But it's harder than it seems. There's always misunderstanding, there's always mix up, there's always mistakes made on both ends. Sometimes on my end, and of course I take accountability and I apologize and I rectify the situations, but no one's perfect. No one is perfect. But everything else, like I was there from 9 o'clock till 7 o'clock, but I don't leave there until like 8 or 8:30, because you're closing up, get everything like calculations, everything as well. But on the other hand, when things break, we have to fix it. And instead of calling someone or spending the money, I try to fix it myself. 90% of the time, it works. The pedicure chair, sometimes it's not working, it's not draining, or wire's not coming out. So you just have to figure things out on your own. The light fixture, sometimes the light goes off and you change the light bulb, but it doesn't work. So to change the ballast and do everything else. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stress that goes into it. Sometimes I'm there till midnight or past midnight just trying to fix everything. And we were 7 days a week for I think for 5.5 years, we were 7 days a week. And, I was working 7 days a week, from morning to close. Because, we had to make it, I mean, it wasn't something where I want to, is it something I need to. But once, 7 days a week, it's hard, it's tiring. And it's not just an 8-hour thing, it's 10, 11-hour days, plus everything else that we have to stay after and fix. But those are just some of the stressful things that I had to deal with. And of course, overhead, supplies, everything else. Our landlord was not the nicest. I mean, they basically were a big company, so they didn't care about the little people like us. Especially when COVID and everything happened, we did requests for helping us out because we were closed and we were losing a lot of customers because people were afraid. And we didn't get anything. We got denied from it. It's just how it is, But that's life, and anything happens, we're pretty much on our own. Yeah, but that's you know, it's a small thing. I mean, there's a good things as well. I mean, we love our customers. We built a relationship with them. We have people who've been with us for 6 years, and I mean, customers are amazing. You know, we have an amazing team. You know, we did what we could, but you know, once the health declined, you know, I had to focus on ourselves. I was always thinking about making it and doing it and trying to, you know, succeed. That I wasn't thinking about myself and my health, and when I let it go really bad. And but I feel like everything happens for a reason. You know, like we were able to sell it at a good time. You know, I was able to focus on my health, get the medication, get the surgeries, get all this stuff. I mean, everything kind of fit and aligned the way it should. You know, and now, you know, I'm still a nail tech. I'm working at a nail place, but as an employee, I'm working 5 days a week instead of the 7. So it's amazing. You know, you finally get more time to yourself. You start to appreciate and, you know, appreciate everything that came your way. And yeah, but that's it for the skincare for this week. I will update you guys on another week.